Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everybody. It's Angel here again with the Insider Sports, and today I'm here with.
Adon, little brother.
Yes, sir. So today we're going to be breaking down film from Kaleb Johnson, running back, Iowa University. So today we'll be watching his every play in two separate games. The first game we're going to be watching is this game against Iowa State. Next, we'll watch how he matched up against the national champions in Ohio State earlier in the season. This is going to be my little brother's first time watching, so we kind of get his instant reaction. But towards the end of the video, I'll go more in depth and details on what I think about Kaleb Johnson, my prediction for the draft, how I view him, and just give some pro comps towards the end too. So we'll get right into this Iowa State game. Sorry.
And again, Kaleb Johnson.
There's only good blocking.
Yeah, so I think they had a decent offensive line this past season.
Oh,
Got a man and some room to run. And it's
So remember, this is going to be every play, so it could be good, it could be bad.
oh yeah, it's good blocking.
Powered that defense.
Little on the ball.
this time, Megan Johnson, the tailback. He'll get the call.
That's good blocking for sure.
That's a play that Iowa actually did a lot this year, and it worked out for
It's a
him.
great blocking, great play.
Yeah, so
just
when
explodes
he,
out of
no
that
no
hole.
hesitation. That's what you want to see. If you see a hole this big, then you should definitely
Yeah, exactly.
And he was
waste
big
no time.
against him.
Back to the ground game. Short.
It's not much there, but he was patient, trying to find an opening. Taking another check down right here.
Sidelines it out in the flats. And only about Kaleb Johnson
I think
switches
what
sides.
from
Give it to him.
what I've seen, obviously not just this game, but watching film, he had 22 catches last season, so he can catch the ball. But
He's more of a running.
yeah, he's a downhill runner.
He's got
Oh.
an opening. Kaleb Johnson,
He's
open
fast.
field, midfield.
You would love to see him finish that there,
I
but
know.
The
But
blocking right up there.
yeah,
tight
it's good
end
blocking
on
right
Like,
there
see,
too.
yeah.
It's good
So it's a
blocking.
pitch that leads to the outside. He makes the decision to put his foot in the ground ahead of field before that corner was out there. Another
Another
pitch
pitch, yeah.
with some lead blockers. That's
Lot-
a,
it's great blocking.
if you get him an open space with some lead blockers.
Formation, Kaleb Johnson, second man through.
Oh, wow. He slipped with the
Now
cycles.
left side. Caleb Johnson. A foot race.
You'll see. I'll get more into it later in my notes too, but
In the red
he's
zone.
sneaky fast. Like, he doesn't look like it, but if he gets
opportunity
ahead
to
of steam,
reach their players.
he could get going for sure.
Johnson gets it.
Look how many people are tackling him there.
Caleb Johnson
Right,
with it.
definitely hard to
Gets
pin
the
down.
call, and
Oh,
he is
wow.
gonna score.
Good vision.
Yeah,
Spread him out a little bit,
This
and then
one-
just ran to the left side. Blocked
Yeah, that's
the
probably
weather
one of his
just
easier
blew
touchdowns,
up.
but still.
It looks like.
And I thought they've done a great
Another
job here to
pitch.
start the third quarter. We're
They
gonna
kind
have
of
to
do
do
that
everything
little,
to win this game.
I like the pitch for sure.
yeah, that little like Kyle Shanahan pitch where you just let your running back find a hole. There he had
No,
nothing.
no
I don't think
blocking for
he's
that.
The junior out of Hamilton, Ohio.
again not much he could do there.
The block in front of you, right across, right at the snap.
Yeah,
No
defensive
chance
line
for Bo
penetrated for
Stevens
sure.
that time. Great job by J.R. Spray.
Yep, he passed away
Back-to-back
10 years ago. There's a play fake.
Another
McNamara
check
got
down.
away from one. He throws short. Cade McNamara. 9 yards passing this play. They keep it on the ground.
Look at it.
Johnson.
That's what you'd love to see. You want a running back that keeps his legs turning right there. 3rd and 2, that was a big down. Kept his legs turning and got the
On
first.
down, and number 2 gets the call again.
Oh, wow.
And
He
this
kept
time
his-
keeps his
There it is
feet
again.
moving.
There it is again. Look at this dude.
Wow.
That's
Turned like 2
definitely.
yards to like 7.
I will say this: he's the ideal size for running back. You want someone who can be durable and handle a workload. That's going to be Kaleb Johnson for you. Because Iowa did that
Johnson.
all season. They depended on this guy, and he was there. He was able to do it the whole game, from start to finish. He stayed on the field every single game.
8 yards deep, and they're going to keep it on the ground with their quarterback and try to push him forward. And finally, if that's what. Now let's see if they go back to Caleb.
So this is kind of a put-away drive. They're up 2, a minute 30
About
left.
4 more.
They're leaning. And guess who they're leaning on? Their best player.
Oh, no, they sent everybody.
They did. I mean, yeah, this is obvious run situation. So
They're going to go to an eye and a toss.
can you do anything? Nah, it's not much there. But again, obvious run situation. But it's nice to see that they're leaning on him in the most important part of the game. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was the first game. So now we're gonna see how he matched up against Ohio State, the national champs this year. We'll dive right into that.
Caleb Johnson. Left
Remember,
side.
this is probably
Ostrenga.
one of the best defenses in the country here. So
They'll keep it on the
it
ground.
might he might be getting bottled up a lot, but this is the plays you want to see too. Okay, here's that pitch.
again.
But look how many people they have in the box.
One-pointer to their cross-state rival, Iowa State, earlier this
There's not much he could do there either.
Watch the motion and watch it get stuffed right in the hole.
Yeah, it's
That's what blows up the play. Not
kind of, they're just anticipating run there. And it makes sense, he's their best player. Check down here, kind of loses his footing.
passing plays.
So like I said, it seems like he could catch the ball, but he's
He's
not
more
a,
running back.
yeah, he's not a,
Sweep. That's interesting. Honestly, not-
oh, got the edge a little bit? Okay. Another screen? Get out there. It's not bad.
Definitely looks like he had a tough time against his defense.
Yeah, this is, I'm telling you, one of the best
Yeah,
defenses in the country. A lot of running backs had a tough time against him this year.
Oh, there you go.
See, that's
There you go.
that's what you want to see. Shake two defenders off. Not easy to
Not
go
easy.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pounds. He's a load to
Arm
That's
tackle.
crazy.
Nope. Just keep going.
speed he has.
So you can see the strength for sure. That's a great showcase of it against the #1 team. Well, against the team that won the Natty. That's,
He almost got it.
hopefully he would have broke that, but you know that the DB's feeling that hit. I will say he runs like he's 225. You can definitely tell
Yeah.
by the way he runs.
Kaleb Johnson, 48 yards on 12 carries, but 28 of that came on one carry.
That was good little patience there. I know he didn't get much, but he could have lost yards. Again, good
Oh, there you
patience.
go, yeah.
That's what you want to see.
Said, you know what, go where you really want it.
Again,
There you go.
same thing.
Oh, all good.
As-
Shoot the front.
So obviously, game's way out of hand here, but Ohio State starters are still out there. I see Jack Sawyer. I see a bunch of their starters. That was a really good run by him. Patient in between the hole, and then once that hole opened, he just bursted through it. All right, so as you can see, some of my main notes is obviously Kaleb Johnson is a bigger back. He's a power back. He definitely, I will say he runs like he's 225. And when I say power back, he's not going to be one of those speed guys that's going to go out there and catch 50 balls a season for you, but he's going to be a guy that you want to depend on once it's 3rd and 2, 2nd and 2, one of those short down in distance. You're definitely going to put in Kaleb in. Just because he's hard to bring down, that's my next point. He's hard to bring down. He has strong legs. He keeps them turning. And just those 2 games alone, you saw how many times they lean on him in short distances. But he's also really patient. He has good vision in between the tackles, and then he has a good burst when he sees a gap. When he finally does see a gap with his great vision, he kind of puts his foot in the ground and is able to hit it. No hesitation, which is really what you want to see in the back. You don't want to see somebody dancing back there. You don't want to see somebody rush and miss a gap. But he's also really like sneaky fast. Like obviously 225, 6 feet tall. There was a few plays where if you overload the line of scrimmage and he gets by the line of scrimmage, he might outrun your whole defense. Like now we could talk more about like the pro comps. Did you see anybody that like?
I noticed he looked like a college Zeke, like a young college Zeke.
Yeah, I like that
where
one.
He like college. He in between the tackles, he didn't have breakaway speed, but he was fast enough to go past most defenders.
Yeah.
And you can see like the patience in some games.
Yeah, and then I'll put that comparison up now, but if you don't see it already, that's a really good one because the measurements are right there too. They're both 6 feet tall, both 225. I believe Zeke ran like a 4.47, and apparently Kaleb Johnson runs around a 4.5. So 40-yard times are pretty similar. I do think Kaleb Johnson might be a little faster than Zeke, but Zeke might have a little bit, or Ohio State Zeke might have had a little better vision. But that's a really good comparison. Another comparison that I thought was pretty solid was Ramondre Stevenson with the Patriots right now. Similar measurements as well, both 6 feet tall. I believe Ramondre's at 227 according to ESPN right now, and obviously Caleb's at 6 feet as well, 225. Ramondre, I believe, runs around a 4.64 apparently, and again Caleb around that 4.5 area. But I really did like the Zeke comparison. I think that's more accurate when Zeke was at Ohio State, just because Zeke ran a lot in between the tackles as well, like Caleb, and he was pretty patient in the backfield. He didn't rush a gap or rush a hole. He kind of waited for something to develop, let his blocks develop. Right, and then some weaknesses I do have for Kaleb Johnson is he's not the quickest guy. Again, he kind of showcased some speed, but did get caught a few times. So he's not the quickest. His change of direction is a little slow. His pass catching ability did get better his final season, but before that, he only had 7 catches in 2 years. So that's going to have to continue to grow. Which, according to many scouts already, his pass pro is solid, but that's always an area that running backs can get better at. And then as for my predictions, so let's not forget, Kaleb Johnson this past year led the Big Ten in rushing yards, scrimmage yards, rushing touchdowns, scrimmage touchdowns. He was second in yards per carry with about 6.4 yards per rush, which is insane because of the amount of times he received the ball. He was also consensus All-American, so he's not going to be one of those guys that's going to fall really late in the draft. No, we know his talent. We know what it is. I have him going in the second round. I think he could go really early in the second if Gentry does go early in the first, because I think teams are gonna realize how deep the running back class is, yes, but how talented Kaleb Johnson is as well. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. But we're gonna be analyzing and breaking down and filming a lot of these guys declaring for the 2025 NFL Draft. So if you want anything draft-wise, be sure to follow, like, and subscribe. The Insider Sports Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're going to be flooding social media with draft content, so you can find us on there. You guys have a good one.